And in the silence, we all hear, "What did you say to me, boy?" "Sir, I didn't say anything." "Back to the board." He does it again. But this time, he tells Bobo to stick his tenderized booty meat out more. I said perk it up! You know, the older I get is the more that I realize that a significant amount of the adults I grew up around were just absolute psychopaths. Some more than others. Allow me to take you back to 2012, the 4th grade. Meet my register, English, and PE teacher. We're gonna call him Mr. Silverstein. Now, for those of you paying attention to the details, you might have noticed that I used a very specific color palette for Mr. Silverstein. The same color palette used for a character that's a little bit ditty.
Y'all gotta get naked. You got where I'm coming from?
And it's forever on my boy Gon's ass. No pun intended for the video. Mr. Silverstein was known around the school for his preferred punishment method. Now, this was back in the time... Oh my goodness, I sound so old saying that. This was back in the time when corporal punishment was still a thing, and Silverstein was a fan of it. You do know what cricket is, right? Not this. This. Y'all ever seen a cricket bat up close? Look at it! Do you know how soft ass cheek meat is? No? Neither did I until I joined this idiot's class. This grown-ass man was out here tenderizing prepubescent cheeks. Pause.
Y'all gotta get naked.
That's not even the worst part, because the more that I think about it, the more I start to believe that this man was kind of a bedsheet bandit, because yo, the darker you were, the harder he hit you. Y'all remember Bryce? He was in the same class as me. That nigga never did his homework. He brought condoms to school, a complete yapaholic in class, and he used to bunk. Not once did I see that nigga get his shit tenderized. But the darkest nigga in our class, oh my god, they did that nigga so dirty. No! Okay, so peep this. This was a time when stickers were starting to boom. If you're South African, you know exactly what you're looking at right now. I'm calling this kid Bobo because that was his nickname. But the way we chose to pronounce it made it direct translation Black Hawk. Yes, I know it was mean. Kids are evil, man. What are you gonna do about it? So that morning, Bobo had bought Dragon Ball Z stickers, and I had happened to see them peeking out of his bag, so I was like, yo, can I see your stickers? He says sure and hands them over. So now we're talking about them, and eventually I get to hand them back, and in that moment, Silverstein caught us talking. Bear in mind, I said us, but he only called up Bobo. Bobo, why are you talking in my class? Sir, I'm sorry. Ken was just... Yo. Leave me out of this. Listen, Bobo, I don't care for your excuses. Go to the front. Go to the front. I'm not gonna ask you again. Bobo gets up and walks to the front. He puts both hands on the board. Cheeks pointed to the rest of the class. Silverstein proceeds to do what we've seen him do 1,000 times over by now. He slams that piece of wood on that little black boy's booty. Pause. Bobo tries walking back to his seat, and in the silence, we all hear, "What did you say to me, boy?" "Sir, I didn't say anything." "Back to the board." He does it again. But this time, he tells Bobo to stick his tenderized booty meat out more. I said perk it up! And they slam him again. He stands there for a second, trying to compose himself. And before he could even begin to go back to his seat, they slam his shit again. That was hard to watch, and it left the class horrified. Do you want to know why we were horrified? The bat broke. I don't think you're hearing what I'm saying. I said the bat broke. Booty meat was so tender he could not sit down for a good 10 to 20 minutes. I think I'm done with this story, man. I don't want to keep remembering this. So I'm going to end it off by just saying, leave a like, subscribe, and leave a comment because I know you want to say something. That's it for now. Peace. This dude was a complete psychopath, by the way.
Y'all gotta get naked.
I've been doing this shit for the longest. Yeah, never thought much to be honest. Not a whole lot of things I accomplished. Yeah, planting my seeds in the garden. Yeah, praying that all of my work will blossom. All of my friends, my accomplices. In this crusade to establish shit. Praise to the grace to enable us. Yeah.